And we go, wait a minute.
The only way God speaks.
Yeah, I've heard that. I literally had a pastor tell me before. He's like, "You think God's speaking to you? You think He said it to you? That's bad pizza." And we go, wait a minute. If we go back and we flip open the scriptures, it's over. I mean, unless you're reading it with some type of, religious filter, it's over and over and over and over and over and over again.
And welcome
the Lord
back
said,
to the Don't Make This
the
Weird
voice of the Lord came to
podcast.
him.
I'm your
The word of the Lord came to him. And when they say the word of the Lord, I was going over this with Tony when he was, we were doing this. I don't know if that one's on the broadcast. I think that might have been just appeal to authority. We were talking about the
host with the most.
hearing. Anyways,
Tony.
because you were hearing it today. You were talking about the Hebrew language.
Heather.
And when it says the word of the Lord, right? It sounds very ethereal. We're making more ice over there.
So funny.
When we hear the word of the Lord,
There we are. Now
Hi,
we're getting
we
guys.
think
somewhere.
Welcome
very
to
ethereal,
Don't Make
right?
This Weird
Especially like when we say word of
podcast.
God, we think very,
That's Tony
very,
getting to. He's the host.
the
I'm
book,
Yeah.
second.
very abstract,
Exactly.
not
No Chris
touching
again
us,
tonight,
right?
but guys,
When
I promise
actually the
you, we're
Greek
not lying
or
when
the
we
Hebrew
tell you
word,
that he is
the
not
word of the Lord
or
is
giving
actually
us
3
up.
letters, and they
Miss
make
you,
up
Chris.
the Hebrew letters are pictorial,
Mr.
and they literally mean
I know.
We feel like we're lacking
door
a little
of the
bit,
head,
guys, but we're still pushing on.
the
and
door
we-
of the head of the entrance,
one
something
thing.
like that. It's
You're
those 3 letters
We are
basically describe
damn
your ear.
stubborn. It was
So when
funny
it says
because there
the
was a
word of the Lord,
Facebook
it's
thing
literally
today that
describing
said a recipe
the
for
ear canal
Heather.
Yeah.
in a
So it was
pictorial
like,
way.
Add
what's crazy
stubbornness.
in the literal sense,
Okay, add a little bit
These
more.
scientific
and then it was
experiments
like,
where
and a
literal
couple
sound
more dashing or as
vibration,
much as you can
different
put it.
vibrations
Of
make
stubbornness.
different shape forms.
I'm really
So, talking about the universe being spoken into existence,
So,
there
So
are
anyway,
certain
yeah, I was like,
scientific
that makes
things that
sense.
actually
Stubborn.
verify that in a
All the
sense
way.
to our limited
necessarily say
ability
stubbornness,
to,
but once you have
discern
something
some of that
stuck in
stuff.
Yeah, we said, what was the church in is it in Scotland or Ireland that has the
I mean,
they have
there
the
is.
the
I have other
architecture
thoughts
in the
than
ceilings,
just,
and
like,
they've got all those shapes.
got my big
Have you
girl
gone
pants
into that
on. Let's-
part?
Let's
They
march
take
up this
the
hill and I'm not quitting
the
until
sand on the
we're
plates
done
with the
or
sound.
not.
They put a sound underneath the plate, these
yeah.
steel plates, and
What,
they do different frequencies or
Yeah.
different
How's
not
your
frequencies,
bed?
just
How has
notes,
yours
different
been?
musical
I can
notes,
talk.
and they
Yeah,
make
right.
different patterns, and then they're looking at this
it was
church.
incredible.
And some of it's been water damaged over the years because
and
these
they
years are
post
hundreds of years old. This church is,
parquet.
but all the little decorations and all the things in this church, all the way around it, had all these. They were like, why do none match? Or if they match, they match over here and over here, right? And then they realized they're literally the sound of these different notes, and once they deciphered the code of it,
2020
they actually
right.
have played the
Starting it
music
out
of
right.
this
Right.
church
Yeah, being
through
with
the
family,
different
real
the
family,
different
friends that have
art
become
the different
family.
art symbols. So they've got some that
back to
yeah
the
some that are shaped like this, and
My
you've seen a
brother
bunch of the
Jeremy.
shapes, Matt.
Yeah.
So they're like a diamond on one, and then they're a concave diamond, and they're a star
plus.
pattern. It's just all crazy stuff, all from
Sometimes
sound
four,
vibrations,
sometimes
and they actually
Sometimes
have it in the
Sometimes
artwork in this
six.
church.
Sometimes I'm there. Like, it's,
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
3:00 and
do
it's
that where
like
they had
3:00
Different
friends,
patterns.
A huge amount of variations from
4:00
many, but
friends,
Yeah.
they're all different in
5
their
old
own
friends.
way.
And it brings us back to this how powerful it is to be speaking. Now we're on video so everybody can see us, but the reality is
It's pretty funny because
we're
you
speaking
guys
to
were
each
up
other. We're having a
there, and we were waiting,
conversation.
we were
You know,
getting, somebody else was
I'm
jumping
sure there's
in to
versions
the
of this
car,
where we just cut out the
which,
video, so
was
nobody knows what we're
bad.
doing when we point and do stuff like that. All we can see is your hat,
And,
Benny. That's
and
kind
we're
of.
waiting and waiting.
Are you advertising over there, buddy? There you go. Get that,
Arriving,
get
I
that
have no idea where. it
little
came
mustache up there.
from.
There
No
you go.
idea, because mind you, I don't
No,
drink.
he's probably editing something, waiting for the end of it.
He was trimming his mustache.
He's over there editing.
I'm not drunk.
So-
no, the other guitar player.
But yeah, so powerful to
Oh.
hear.
James is
So
dead.
when we start out, we've got it.
Like he was
the
tuning,
scriptures
he
are so
wasn't
important. The
drunk.
Lord had me on
Yeah,
a
I was like,
regimen
I don't think that
of
we-
reading Proverbs
I didn't
according to the
drink.
date. You know,
So I don't know.
but then we
You
get
know,
to a
I
certain
killed
place
2
where it's
bottles
like,
of wine
okay,
Yeah.
and some
I've signed my marriage
so-
certificate. Now I need to have a conversation with my
I
wife.
was bummed
I need
out
to get into the
because
deep.
like I wasn't even
You
buzzing,
know,
and I'm like,
get,
wait a minute,
get to
all the
know
wine's
her.
gone?
You know what I'm saying? And so that to me is like it's always funny to
That's
me
good
because I've
stuff.
done a number
Yeah.
of marriage services, ceremonies,
So apparently
and I go,
something's going on with the sound.
all right,
Maybe it's
we're going to
quiet.
sign this piece of paper, but you guys realize that that's not what makes this a marriage. You know, in fact, even in Catholicism, if you don't have kids,
idea what's going
you
on.
can get a marriage annulled
So we're trying to fix
because
it
you
right
didn't,
Choose.
you know, they can say, well, maybe you didn't have sex because there's no kids. So if there's no proof
Kenna's
that you had
joining in.
sex,
She
we'll
says,
just,
"Hope you guys are having a
there's
great
no
day."
consummation. You didn't consummate. And we go, well, you know, that's quite a bit of a stretch. But anyways,
Thank you for
the point
letting us
being,
know.
we moved from a place of the letter to a place of hearing the Lord. And that's the powerful thing about it. I mean, God spoke the world into existence, and we go, well, once he spoke to everybody that wrote down the scriptures, he's not speaking anymore.
Jeremy's voiceover.
Yeah, that
Jesus
was
Christ
weird.
is the same
Okay,
yesterday,
so
today,
that's
and
what
forever.
she said, and I was
If
going,
he talked to
"What?"
people back then, he's probably talking to people today.
There we go. Okay. Why did that get turned on? That's weird. All right.
I don't know, but should we
How-
scrap and redo?
No, no, we're good.
That's odd. Okay,
That
thank
was
you.
odd. So
Well,
now-
that's what I got the message. The podcast is jacked up. Jeremy's voice is overlaying yours, and I'm going, "What, Jeremy?" Gotcha. Sorry, I gave you that weird look. If I did when I was on the, are we good now? Yeah. So is it still doing it?
Oh, there we go. Okay,
Okay.
so now it's clean.
So I said before the podcast, and I really got to be careful what I say. Because I was like, I wish we had a clip of Jeremy's show
Yeah.
so we could play a little bit
So now we're playing the
For-
whole. Yeah. How long were we in?
for you guys. And then there it was.
Right.
I really got to be careful what I say. I got to watch my wording.
Yeah, you should. So like, if you're gonna do all that manifesting stuff, go straight into.
Yeah.
You know, making us bajillionaires.
Well, that's going to happen. Like,
Yes.
we are bajillionaires.
No, like
I can't
right
even
now.
say it. Like right now,
Yes.
someone's going to come here and be like,
Like, you
here's
know,
your money.
Hey.
Right. Candy says much
Publishers
better.
Clearinghouse.
Candy says much better. And hello, family.
That's
Hello.
right.
So anyway, you were talking about your week.
Yeah, hopefully. that
Jeremy,
could be-
apparently.
Yeah, well, no, it was great because we were talking about 2020 and some of the stuff that we're all going to be doing.
Right.
And it was so much fun because getting the chance to jam out with those guys and just, you know, talk about stuff. I mean, connecting with other musicians that were there. I had all of my minions together. You know, Sean and Maddie had come back from being at their mom's for the holidays, and
Yep.
that was tough this year. It was really tough for
Is
me.
it because they're getting older?
No, I mean, here's the thing. I thought I was going to struggle more with them getting older.
Yeah.
And to an extent, I did, but it was one of those things that we're supposed to be raising our kids to be better versions
Right.
for themselves. And, you know, you raise them up and then you let them do their thing because they're better than you. They haven't made the same mistakes that you have.
Right.
Or at least you hope they haven't.
You
So.
like fingers crossed that they haven't.
Well, you know, my son's a better man than I am because by the time I was 17, I'd
Yeah.
already been on the tour and played with several different bands and done all kinds of debaucherous things.
Yeah. Did all kinds of different fiddling.
Well, I mean, my son, the worst he's done is told, you know, half the people on the PlayStation 4 to go fuck themselves.
Yeah. Yep. I've heard that. I've
I mean,
experienced that.
How difficult is that? That's like a scotch on the level of shit that I did by the time I was 17.
Yeah.
So.
He really rage quits and. Yeah, it's pretty scary sometimes, but yeah. No,
Yeah.
he's a good kid. He's a great kid, and it's hard when I say that because he's going to be how old this year?
18.
Yeah, that messes with me because
How the hell do you think I feel?
I
I'm
know.
still trying to figure out when the fuck that happened that I had teenagers.
right? Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
It blows me away.
Yeah.
So, how was your weekend
My weekend
or week?
weekend
Yes.
it was great. Me and Adam did we spent a lot of time together. He actually was able to get the time off to be able to come down to the man cave with me and with us,
Yeah.
which was great because he's been busting his butt at work. He, had worked a double on Christmas and the day before. I mean, he's just been really busting it out. Doesn't complain, goes and does it, comes home, just still happy as could be, which is really cool and positive. So that helps out. So we got down, we kind of did our thing the day before. We went and picked up our pottery because we had our pottery date.
Pottery.
It was fun. That's a lot of fun. And then we found out that if you get a group of 8, it's like $12 to go, or 8 or 9.
So did you like recreate the scene from Ghost?
We weren't making pottery. You paint it. It's already you pick out your piece.
Well, that's gay. Why the hell would you do that? She'd be
It
like,
was a lot of
"Oh,
fun.
oh yeah, I'm stroking that clay, baby."
Which is funny that you make that motion there because I have a tree that's like that.
What'd you do to the tree?
I didn't. I painted it. I painted it a tree, you weirdo. So-
Not making this motion is painting the tree.
This, that. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. It looks like I'm just scooping a tree. I don't know. But we went and Nate's
Great.
like,
Now we're
cutting us off. He says we're done. All right then. No, but so we we have a lot of fun in that thing, so we can go out and do dates and whatnot. So we went there. We got Sean, picked him up. We went and ate, which I got to pick him up and see him before coming down. We went and had a meal. All he ate because I don't have room in my tummy sometimes.
Right.
Which was funny because one of the comedians at Mitch's show was talking about that, be like, buy real people food, which I do.
Right.
But honestly, guys, it goes to waste. I feel horrible. If Adam doesn't eat it, doesn't like what I pick, it goes to waste. So that's rough. But
Yeah, but that man can eat his own weight and then
he
some.
can,
in
but if
food.
I like different stuff than he does, there's some stuff that he
Right.
just doesn't like. So for me, it takes like a week to eat a meal. So I don't know. But anyhow, so we went and did that, picked Sean up. I hung out with him for a little bit. That was cool.
Yeah.
Got me right in the feels.
What?
Yeah, we were talking, and he was just happy to see me after everything, being gone and whatever. And he comes out and admits to me like I've been like a mom to him. He says, I can't call you mom. I'm not, I said, yeah, I understand that. That's a respect thing,
Of course.
He's like, but you've been like a mom to me for a long
That's
time. And
great.
I thought that was really cool. So, and most of you that don't or know me or don't know me, like I can't have kids. So that's been like a big, a big thing.
See, and that's the reason why I love my kids, because I hear shit like that all the time.
Right.
To where, what 17-year-old young man is gonna, be that kind of forthcoming? And yeah, I know it's a generational thing, and everybody's like, "Oh, get with your feelings." But no, most
You usually know.
right, they're just like, "Get the fuck away from me!
Mhm.
I can't stand your breath."
Well, that was one thing. That was one thing growing up with my mom. People really growing up are like, you hang out with your mom?
Right.
Yeah, I do.
Right.
And I enjoyed every moment of it. Like, you hug your mom in front of people. Yeah, I hug my mom in front of people.
Yep.
I don't give a shit.
Right.
Like, it's not just a respect thing. It was just because she was such a cool person and I loved her that much. And yes, obviously it's a respect thing,
Yeah.
but, I still hug my dad. I give my dad a kiss. I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, it's weird that people think that that's...
It's funny you say
it's
that,
weird
because
to
that's the
say it.
way Maddie is. She's like, "I don't give a shit who the hell's around. This is my dad."
Exactly.
And I'm like, "Wow." So I'm actually up on the cool, span of things. She's like, "Whoa. Don't go that far."
Don't go too far with that.
And I'm
Don't,
like-
don't get in a hurry with that.
If you ever want to realize how uncool you actually are, have children. They will
Yeah.
pull your shit up quick, fast, and in a hurry to
I'm
go,
sure.
"Oh, yeah, you're on top of the world. Guess what? Dad, you're fucking lame."
Right. Yeah, I could see that. But, so I thought that was kind of cool. Like, he was, just heartfelt there. And that means a lot to me because I do care about him like he is my own kid. And I said, I've always thought of you like you're my son. Once we got to know each other,
Oh, absolutely.
it was, I never pushed like, hey, I'm like your mom. Who
No.
does that shit? Like, you
No.
don't know.
Well, and that's the thing is, not that it's a mystery, but I'm a guy, so
What?
I don't have those maternal
Right.
things. So when I befriend a female, I go, "Hey, want you to meet my kids,"
Right.
and they'll let me know if you're good or not.
Right.
Because if you're not, see ya.
Oh yeah, I remember when you and I first started talking.
Yep.
I was going through a lot at that time, and I came over, and we just like we clicked instantly as friends.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we sat up talking. It was so funny because you had like 2 couches at the time, and it couldn't have been like more respectful, I guess.
Yeah.
You sat on one over in one side of the room, and I
Yep.
sat on the other one in other side of the room.
Contrary to popular belief, I do try to be a gentleman.
Yeah, right. That was proof of that at one point.
Fuck
yeah.
you, Nate. Don't give me that
So-
look.
So, but it was funny because we stayed up until like 7, 8 o'clock in the morning and the kids were just waking up. First time I ever met them.
Right.
So here comes little Maddie, and she
Yeah.
was tiny at the time.
Oh,
She comes out with her blanket and she goes and sits on your lap, and she
Yep.
like snuggles up to you, and she is just looking me up and down, wondering who I am, what's my story, what am I doing, what's happening.
Yep.
And and then I just see her like just snuggle into you, and I was like, I will never know that. Like in my heart, I was like, I will never know that. But
Right.
but with getting to know your kids, like I got to experience that stuff too, which was really super cool. So
Yeah.
But so anyway, we had our little meal, we hung out, and then the next day, Adam and I come and picked him up.
Yep.
And then on the way down, we stopped and had a meal together, me, him, and Adam. And
Yeah.
and Adam just loves the hell out of Sean. And I think
It's like Sean. Adam's like Sean's older brother.
kind of, yeah. It's a weird dynamic because
It
here's
is.
Adam as my fiance.
Right. Right.
Here's not a shocker. He's 11 years difference, and of course I'm the older one.
Well, that
And
just means you
then-
got game, girl.
Up top. And then, which was funny. Anyway, I'll get to that another time. And then we got Sean,
Right.
who's going to be 18.
Yep.
And then, it's crazy, but it works in a weird way. But, Sean likes him. And it was
Yeah.
funny, though, because when Sean first met him, he's like, Heather, I got to tell you, your boyfriend is weird. Like, he's weird. And, like, in my heart, like, hurt. I was like, what? He's weird? No. But, like we've talked about before, Adam is very loud. He's been on the show before, so you guys know.
He's
He's
loud,
loud.
for a little feller.
Yeah, that's what Keith says. He's loud for a little while. But, he means well, too, though.
Bill
He
actually
checks.
said the same thing, though.
What's that?
The first time Bill met Adam,
Which was way back.
way back.
Before
when.
I even knew Adam.
Right, right.
Yeah.
It was just funny. We were walking away, and I'm lighting up his smoke, and so is he. And he's just like, wow, he is loud for a little fella.
He is. He really, really is. Sometimes I have to sit there and just like do this motion, like bring it down. He said it's been his whole life, and he thinks that it's part of having ADHD. I'm not sure. I have a mild ADHD, a little bit.
You're just
debatable.
constantly herding squirrels.
Okay, so that's true. That's pretty true.
But see, here's the best part about Adam, though, is he's incredible for you. He keeps you on point.
He does.
I'm telling you, because like you texted me or called me, and you're like, "Fuck this day, it sucks dick," and you're like, "Oh wait a minute, Adam's calling." 5 minutes will go by. She'll call or text me back like, "Today is great," and I'm like,
I don't do that as much anymore though,
What the
because
fuck?
my outlook has been completely different. But
"Well,
But
right,
he's on like this positive train.
exactly."
No
That's what I was
matter-
getting at.
He could be walking down the street, drop his freaking whole ice cream that he just got. Where me, I'd be like, motherfucker. And he's just like, I didn't need it anyway. Or, I'll go get another one. I'll just get a different flavor this time.
He's ridiculously positive.
What?
Yeah, exactly.
What?
It's insane.
And super caring. Like that's another
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
Like if you're having a bad day, he knows.
Yeah.
You don't have to say it. He
Right.
picks up on it and is just like, "Can I do? How can I fix this? How
Yeah.
can I help?"
Right.
And there's just sometimes you just can't fix things.
Mhm.
Like, and this is something that he's learned with me. Sometimes you can't. But one of the things too, though.
What? You can't fix?
What? It's unheard of. But
Right.
that's that's another
Well,
thing.
no, and you bring up a very valid point. He's incredibly positive.
Yes.
And that's what, I wish more people were like,
Yeah.
because even when you don't have an answer, it's still like, well, hey, I'm top side of the dirt, so this is good.
Right.
And that's
And
what
I'm
he
pissed.
does.
It's wearing off on me.
That's good.
After 2 years, it's finally wearing off on me.
Because you're not stubborn at all.
I'm so stubborn. But he is too, though. So there's that.
Yeah, there's that, yeah.
So there's that. But, that's just, it's an incredible thing when you stop and you look at it, because one of my big frustrations that I've experienced,
Yes.
because, we have both brought something to the relationship, and we both have been through some different times, some hard times, some different things.
Of course.
And, they do talk about how you should really try to heal yourself and love yourself first before you get into a relationship. That's not bullshit.
Right.
That's
No.
true. But if you have somebody who you're with that is just as strong-willed about it, you can work through that stuff and you can start to heal those things in each other and yourself.
That's why I'm
And
not
that's
in a
healthy.
relationship.
And that's healthy. It still works out healthy. But there was something else that I was going to say about him that just recently, Oh, that was today.
Yeah.
So, every season I get laid off from
Yep.
Bronner's. I've done it for 5 seasons this year. I was $136 short of collecting my unemployment while I'm off for the season. 136. So for me, I'm just like falking it, like ready to just.
Oh, of course. That's
You
what
know.
you do. Do you not see the look on the camera there where she's just like,
Man. And he calls me
full
Falk.
of bad friends?
Why do you call me Falk?
Because you're like a mixture between Thor and Hulk when you're pissed off.
But it was a tiny Hulk, I think, is
Yes.
where it came
Yeah,
from.
The tiny Hulk.
So, but instead of me getting frustrated, well, I still did, but not as bad as last year. Because last year when it happened to me, it was like 800 and some.
Yeah.
Little less pissed off, and I like kicked my dashboard, and I was pretty mad.
Oh, she totally did.
Yeah, I was
Like
pretty.
she showed me
pissed.
the footprint of the
Mhm.
dashboard. It was great.
I was pretty mad. So I've evolved since then. I don't beat up my cars anymore. But true. So anyhow, I'm freaking out about that. However, thankfully he has gotten an incredible job now, which
Yeah.
I'm very happy for, and
Right.
he loves it.
Mm-hmm.
So anyhow, his check came in today,
Yeah.
and he says, "Well, I've got enough. Let's just pay next month's rent." What? You get another check before then? Like why?
Right.
Well, let's pay this, let's pay this, let's pay this, let's pay this, and then we'll have like this little bit left.
Right.
No. No. Like, no. Why do you want, why? He's like, oh, if we can't live off of this little bit, then we shouldn't be blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Didn't you say, like, the guru that you were listening to said to have 5 months of your bills, like, paid, and
Yeah.
then 5 months of your bills put away in as a safety net? I said, well, yeah. Well, that's what I'm trying to do. Like, I'm trying to make this happen. And I'm going, but it's January 9th. Why do we want to pay rent for February?
Yeah.
Like, this is unheard of. Like, why? How are you 11 years younger than me and more responsible? Why does this? What? So, after fighting with him, finally he's just like, okay. I'm like, all right, I'll pay it. I mean, you did earn the money, so I guess. I guess I gotta pay. Like, so that's another thing too that I've found, like, as growing.
Yeah.
Is like, man, he's right. Like, he's right about that, but it's good because I have single-handedly screwed myself over with debts and different fun stuff like that.
It's funny you say about growing and maturing. I think it's hilarious because Monday I went for, or no, it was Tuesday. Yeah, it was Tuesday. God, this week just flown by.
Yeah.
No, it was Monday because Monday I was just wiped right the hell out.
Mhm.
I went
Yep.
for my adjustment to my chiropractor. Shout out
Right.
to Austin Collier. If you guys need an adjustment or like a massage, go see them guys. They kick ass. And I'm gonna totally screw this up because I'm so horrible with names.
Oh, not as bad as me.
But the lady at the front desk, I love her to pieces. Mary Jo.
Mary Jo, okay.
Love her to pieces. She's always chit chatting with me. And the other massage therapist who we were talking about making grown ass men cry because they just get in there and they're like,
See, people been telling me I need to go to a massage therapist.
telling you, make that shit happen.
I
Seriously.
don't want to be crying for my mama on a bed with a stranger.
You pay them for it though. It's okay.
That's not okay.
But it is.
That makes it worse.
I mean, it's not $3.99 a minute, okay, but like it's okay. Right.
I've heard of paying for your friends,
Right.
but I'm not paying someone to torture me. Like, what is wrong with you?
No, trust
Anyway,
me, you will feel like $1 million. Anyways, so I'm listening to this audiobook, High Performance Habits,
Mhm.
right? While I'm on this decomp machine. It's for my tiny little ass. Because the specs for this machine is I should be a 6'7" man weighing in at 385 pounds.
what even?
I'm not making this shit up.
What?
Like, seriously, go see Dr. Collier in Bay City for the chiropractic care and ask him.
Yeah, so he can
Right.
tell you that you should be horribly obese and
Yeah, exactly.
what?
Well, no. That's the
And
thing.
tall.
Is the machine is maxed out to capacity.
Right, because
And
of how
I'm-
screwed up you are.
Well, yeah, because of my
No
spine.
offense.
Right. Yeah. No, I am 5'5" and I'm 197 pounds now.
Yeah.
It's insane. Because he's like, you're gonna break my machine because your body just will not relent. But
Candy-
anyways, my point that I'm getting at, what were you
I was
gonna say?
gonna say Candy said in the chat, love that, Sean. And then now that we're on this subject, she says love massages.
Yes,
Okay.
see,
So
exactly.
anyway, sorry, didn't mean to cut you off there.
Right. No. So I'm sitting there, I'm listening to this High Performance Habits audiobook on
Yeah.
YouTube, right?
It is
And-
on there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like 11 hours, and I love it. So Doc comes in, he's like, "What are you listening to?" And I'm like, "High Performance Habits." So I hand my phone over to him, and he's just kind of listening to it for a minute. And he's like, "Can you send me that?" And I was like, "Well, yeah, we're friends on Facebook, Doc. I'll send it to you." And he's like, "That would be awesome." He's like, "I want to start reading more." And he's like, "You've kind of inspired me to do that because you were talking about a bunch of different books and stuff that you were reading right at the end of the year to bump up your reading quality." It's like, "How many books do you end up reading?" And I said, "I think when it was all said and done, I read 42, 44 books. I can't remember."
I'm impressed.
And
That's
he's like,
awesome.
"Yes, I'm going to do that." When? I don't know. But
it's a book movement.
right. Well, that's the thing is call me nutty, call me goofy, call me kooky, call me wacky. But I
All of the
like the
above.
old books, the smell of them, the feel of them.
Oh
the
yeah,
texture
to
of
have
them.
a book in your hand is
Yeah.
there's nothing like it, and I really pray that they never stop doing that.
Well, I mean, it'd kind of be like World War II Nazi, where they're just book bunning, but
They better not.
No.
No.
or Fahrenheit 451.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I'm okay with that because I like books.
Yeah, I think a lot of people do. It's funny how like a lot of these things are not necessarily the book part of it, but like record sales are
Yeah, they-
higher than what they were when they first came out now.
Well, and that's the
You
funny
know.
part about it. Since there's been this movement to go back to cathartic experiences and actually being engaged in what it is that you're doing.
Yeah.
Because when you listen to a record, you have to pick up the needle and place it on there.
Right.
It spins around and you're watching this and you're hearing this music. It's incredible.
The sound of it is
Oh, yeah.
so much. And it's funny because I have a turntable out in your garage that I have not taken home yet, and I need to.
I know.
My
what the
uncle
hell?
gave it to me, and I've never
Two
taken it home
turntables
yet.
and a microphone.
I do, but it's so heavy. Like I just want to go back to my Winnie the Pooh one I had. I had the, when you're growing up, you have like the little suitcase record
Mhm.
players.
Yep.
Like I just wanted one of those.
Yeah.
Just something small. I don't need anything big, and that thing is just like heavy. But I'm thankful. I'm thankful for it. So I don't sound like I'm complaining because it was.
No, that's
free.
one thing that I thoroughly enjoy is when you're having that experience of listening to music. Like down at the man cave, it's incredible.
Oh yeah.
Even watching movies down there, it's a holy shit moment. That was a
really-
ricochet.
It really is. Like it's just so cool how he's got everything set up there.
Yeah.
And like I walked in, when I got there, I was like, look at that bar. That's a snazzy, sexy bar you got
oh,
there.
yeah.
And I was like, I'd like to bartend tonight for the party. And then
And he just built that, which
he
is so
just-
cool.
and it looked so good,
Yeah.
So I was telling Adam, I was like, now we know somebody that can help us build our man cave, because I sing about stuff like that all the time. That makes me happy. But so I said that about bartending for the party that night, and
Right.
I've mixed drinks before, but I've never like legitly bartended or anything.
You
But
had an
I
absolute
had
blast.
So much fun. And then his daughter, it was so funny. His daughter put up a tip cup for me.
Yeah.
She's like, "You need a tip cup." I'm like, "No, I don't. I'm
Yeah.
just enjoying this. Like, I'm having fun." I ended up making money.
What?
Yeah, so I'm just
Holy
putting
shit.
money in, And at the end of the night, I had people actually come up to me and thank me for bartending and whatnot, and it was so fun.
Wow, that's cool.
One of the guys was like, "You make drinks really well," which is funny because I don't drink.
Yeah.
But I know how to mix, like even with food. Like
Yep.
it's just there's something about knowing how to flavor, knowing how to mix. Like it's in you.
If
I
you-
just don't think it really can be really taught.
If you understand the basic principles of chemistry, that's your jumping off point.
It really is chemistry.
After that, it's like you said, I don't think it's something that can be taught. You can learn different tips and tricks, but cooking, I think, you're either born with it or you're not.
I think so too. Like you really, it's awesome though, because I think about Because I did learn stuff from my dad and my mom, but that was like basic stuff. And then
Yeah.
after that, I started experimenting.
Yep.
Like there was a lot of times when I just got so tired of freaking burger, rice, and tomatoes, which bless my mom's heart, that's what we
Right.
had. But then I'd start finding different stuff and start mixing, and she'd be like,
Of
"Wow,
course.
what is this?"
Yeah.
Here's something I came up with.
Right.
Oh, I really like this. Like this is good. She's like, "Where did you learn to season like that?" I just do. You just learn, like you just figure stuff out. And the more that you do it, the more fun it becomes. I think, we talked about like the pottery date and stuff. I would love to do like a cooking date with
Oh, hell
Adam.
yeah.
I think that would be so fun. Or like do have a group of people
Yeah.
and do like a cooking date. So, it's kind of funny because we did a ladies' night event before Christmas for like shopping for the holidays.
Yep.
And which Dawn cleaned up with her nails that she has, the rarity nails, which are only $5. So of course, like,
Shameless plug.
hey, I love them, honestly.
We are not above
They're
shameless
so
plugs.
cool.
I'm just saying.
But anyway, so we did that, and one of the ladies that was there was Pampered Chef.
Nice.
So we didn't really have a big crowd. It was a Friday night before Christmas and everything. Like Christmas parties are starting to happen and all that fun stuff and whatnot.
Yeah.
And so anyway, so I felt, it's not like, I don't want to say like I felt bad, or like I pity booked a party. But I was like, well, I've never had one. So she put together an online party for me to do the Pampered Chef.
Nice.
So you get a certain, if people order, which people really like the Pampered Chef stuff.
I love Pampered Chef.
I'm not a huge fan of, like if you sign up and we have someone else sign up and then we do this and this. I'm not a huge fan of that kind of thing.
Right.
But if your stuff is quality, then, okay. I'm not going to push it. Like, I'm not going to become a consultant because I don't want that. That's not me. But I've been listening to everybody who's on that, on my page for the party, which
Yeah.
ends in like a couple days. And they're talking about how much quality like the stuff is. And, this stuff is this and you should get this one. And it's got like lifetime warranties and stuff on it.
That's one thing that I loved
So-
about selling Pampered Chef, actually.
You did?
Oh, yeah. I loved
Really?
it. Fucking loved it. It was great.
Really? You still surprise me after 5 years.
I mean, you do what you got to do to pay the bills, right?
Yeah, okay.
So I love Pampered Chef utensils. No, I'm not sucking dick to pay my bills.
That was not me giving that motion, by the way.
But no, it was incredible when I got like a wooden spoon.
Yeah.
You're thinking, okay, wooden spoons, you can get them anywhere, right?
Right.
No. There is a huge difference from buying a wooden spoon from Pampered Chef
Right. Oh, yeah.
as opposed to going to whatever big box store that you have
Yeah.
and going in the kitchen section and buying a wooden spoon.
There is a huge difference. And it's funny because I was thinking about this today. Adam had gotten me a gratitude journal for Christmas. And it really does make you think about things
Right.
more than you would, which is pretty cool.
Chat's blowing up again.
Oh, is it? Okay, we'll get
Go ahead,
there
go
in
ahead.
just 1 second because I lose my train of
No,
thought.
you're good. Go ahead.
So, when Mom passed away, like I inherited a lot of stuff, and some of the stuff that I actually inherited is she had a lot of Pampered Chef stuff. So I ended up getting quite a bit of it. I have not personally bought anything yet.
All right.
However, I do have a list of stuff now that I want to buy after having this party. But, it's part of, if you love cooking, you really want to have good utensils. You want to have,
and a sharp fucking knife.
oh, for sure. Yeah, definitely. And that's one great thing is having this party. Like it came with, I got recipes and stuff too.
Mhm.
And I was like, man, that's so super easy. Plus,
Yep.
with the stuff that I'm getting, I can actually modify that recipe to gluten-free or lower sugar for Adam and I. And,
Yeah.
I have more time now to be able to experiment with that stuff. So that's cool,
course.
So anyway, that's just a little bit of fun that I've been having. And, I was just like, I'm not saying I believe in supporting the small businesses and whatnot. But, something like that, like I said, with the quality of what they have. Yes, it is
Right.
more expensive, but you pay for quality.
You
really
get what
do.
you pay for.
Absolutely. So anyway.
The chat, your dad chimes in and says, hello, you guys.
Hey, Dad.
Candy chimes in and says, you are an awesome bartender.
Hey, thank you.
And James Davies says, what's up, fam? Yo, that New Year's jams, though. And he said, "You for the Super Bowl party?" Of
Heck
course.
yeah.
We're totally going to be there.
I'm totally down to bartend again too. And also, James, by the way, your dad and you, like, that's the first time I really got a chance to listen to him, like, really sing.
Yeah.
And I am super impressed, man.
Yeah.
You know, I'm very happy to have heard you guys play together too. That was
you
very
need to bring
cool.
him back, James, so we can jam out. Man.
Yeah,
Bring
that
him-
was cool.
Bring him on stage to play with us for
That was cool. And with my dad chiming in, maybe we need to take him with us next time.
Hell yeah!
Have him come
It's
down.
literally a stone throw away
It's
from the
not
man
far.
cave.
Yeah, for real. And then he could just, go home or crash out, whatever. But man, that was so fun, and I enjoyed. And it was great because at the beginning of the night, I was like, "Hey, James, I'm bartending tonight."
Right.
I'm like, "I'll make your drink for you," and he was like, "No offense, but I'm gonna mix my drinks." And I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, no problem. I understand that."
Right.
I was just super excited, like this little kid that like in a candy store. I'm like, I can do this. So at the end of the night, he was like, "Okay, mix me one of them drinks," and I did. And he goes, "Yep."
He said, James just said he's going to be there too.
Awesome. Very awesome. So it was just fun to try something new.
That's awesome.
And that it's part of like the confidence level that I have now.
Well, that's
You
one thing
know?
that I wanted to point out to you. You shot me the video of you doing Pride and Joy,
Right.
and you had some reservations about it. I'm like,
did.
Go back and listen to it, because I was there. I was listening to you sing, and you, every single time you get on the stage, you have that much more confidence to do your thing. And it's so cool to watch you blossom into a singer that just has confidence. I mean, I remember the first time I heard you sing, I'm like, what the hell was that?
Well, it
Get
was
in the fucking studio. Let's go.
well, yeah. Well, the first time that you actually recorded me,
Yeah.
was "Give Me One Reason,"
Right.
and that that was a cluster because
You had
So-
singing Tourette's.
I did have singing Tourette's. Like anytime I messed up, I would swear, and which I've come a long way.
You still swear. It's
But
hilarious.
you put me in like your stairwell,
Yep.
and there was no. I'm not trying to be a little posh bitch here, but there was no
She
central
totally
air.
is.
There's like a little fan. And
This
I'm
was
like,
at the old
"This is
house."
so hot. I know. So which is. So I'm so blessed to have this other place.
Me too.
With
Thank God.
central air, we have a cool little cozy studio here and
That's right.
everything. It's been pretty cool.
Absolutely.
So the first time you heard me sing was I was miserable. I was like 350 pounds, like dying from 94 degrees.
Oh, I'm
and
slutty.
about ready to pass out. So, so there's that. But then like you guys were playing in the garage
Yep.
and I started, what was it, Sweet Home Chicago?
Yep.
I belted out then,
Yep.
and that was just a little,
Yeah.
of into where I was. I
Right.
honestly, I used to joke about being like a closet singer because a lot of people didn't know.
Yeah.
So and writing and stuff, like I enjoy. I really feel like deep down, and I am a blues girl through and through.
Well, yeah, it's Chicago Jimmy. He's like, man, I love it when she gets up on the stage. And sings."
Really?
Oh yeah. He's like, that girl's got a set of pipes.
Oh, thank you.
So yeah, and I mean Chicago Jimmy.
Yeah.
They him and Jeremy bounce off of doing a lot of the songwriting with each other.
Oh,
And
the
it's incredible.
incredible lyricist.
Great songs.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, and then the one that him and James did,
Yeah.
so good. Like I
Absolutely.
liked the feel of that song very much.
Mm-hmm.
It gets you right deep down, and it's pretty incredible. So it's awesome to be around a lot of different musicians and writers, and I never expected that to be. So that's really
Someone
really
chimed
cool.
in and said, "I've got the link of Heather singing Pride and Joy."
Oh. I don't know who that is.
I have no idea who that is either.
Huh. Well, you got the link of me singing Pride and Joy. Well, cool. I don't know who.
Sure.
But thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's got the squirrel name, so I don't know.
Shoot it to us on the Don't Make This Weird Facebook page.
Yeah. And my dad just chimed in and he said, "I love the way you sing Pride and Joy." Thanks, Dad. I switched up the lyrics so it's chick bound. But it's so like, well, Dad, you're the one that got me into singing blues.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like he challenged me with Damn Your Eyes.
Yep.
And I absolutely love that one. If I could find a
Mhm.
band that we could figure it out or whatever, I would totally do that one.
Yeah.
It's just it's a cool tune and just having that feel and that sound.
Well, and it's great too because watching a lot of the local bands and stuff like Infamous Quick, Terry has an incredible set of pipes, and it's a lot of that confidence that gets, amply passed around the room because it's like here's this tiny little chick just being a total fucking badass on the mic, and then here you are,
Yeah.
being this tiny little chick being a total fucking badass on the mic.
Thank you. Well, I mean, it just all the stuff that we've done through these past 5 years, and fighting through the things that I've come from. Almost 6. Wow.
I know.
Wow. And fighting through the things that you've seen me fight through and whatnot. It's like I look back to who I used to be, and I'm totally not that person anymore.
Hell no.
And the thing is, too, I'm gonna be talking about that a little bit on Survivor Girl when I come up. There's a couple different things I'm gonna be talking about and bringing up on the show, and kind of going over the past year, the different things that I've experienced.
The new episode's gonna drop this Sunday.
Yeah, this Sunday. Nice. Yeah, and it's gonna be
amazing.
Well, thank you. So, anywho, we've got a couple more things.
Wow.
Oh, Omni Squirrel says I have to have it. I want it, but I don't have it. And then my dad said maybe someday we'll sing a duo together. Okay, yeah, we could do that.
That's awesome.
That'd be fun. It'd be a lot of fun. So, it's been a cool ride.
It totally has. I mean, when I look at all of the shit that, you and I have accomplished with different ventures and stuff that we've gone on, where it's like, hey, got an idea. Let's go do this. And you're like, sure. Or you'll come to me and go, we're doing this.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Let's go. I mean, it's crazy because we've done stuff in movies. We've done stuff in script writing. We've done screenplays. We've done zombie crawls. We've done tons of stuff recording in the studio.
Yeah.
We've done live shows. We've worked on record after record after record project. Just the list goes on of things that we have done just in a measly 6 years, almost 6 years, I should say. Because this August will be
July.
Oh, fuck, that's right.
Yeah, in July, it will be 6 years already.
Wow. Where is the time going?
And the opportunities. Opportunities that we've had, and just
well, and the people that have
been cool,
come along beside us and wanted to partner with us, going, we love what you guys are doing.
Right.
Where can we help?
Right. Oh yeah.
And giving everyone an equal opportunity to do what it is that they wanted to do. And, unfortunately, we've had to say goodbye to some people in the process of that because we had creative differences or there was health issues or whatever it is.
Right.
But we still moved forward. And lo and behold, many more people came along down the line and went, we want to partner with you. We love what you guys are doing. How can we help?
And that's really cool to have people believe, too, and just see what we're doing and want to come and hang out, whatever. And go on the journey. It's pretty cool.
We got to find that picture for the 100th episode of all of us standing out in the street. I don't know where that went.
I think I might possibly have it on mine, but I'm not 100% sure. I'll have to take a look and find, like I said, working at home.
Can you send that to me?
I got my little my little home secretary that thinks that she's helping, but really she's just trying to get my way while I'm working.
Yeah.
And so I end up pushing her over to the side. my little furball cat at home. Actually, all three of them think that they are executive assistants, and they are trying to make me work harder, and they are expecting a deadline.
This is why I don't have animals. Not that I it's not that I don't like animals. I'm allergic to pretty much everything with fur.
Yeah.
But if I have to treat them like children and look after them like children, we're good. I don't want any of that. Because, it's like the little kid that's out in your driveway eating mud pies. And you have a cement driveway. It's like, for one, where the hell did you get the mud? For two, why the fuck are you tracking it into my dining room, up the stairs, through the through the hallway, down through the living room, and into the dining room? Oh, and now you're standing in the kitchen with a dog, because we don't have a fucking dog, and you both are covered in mud, shaking everywhere. How the fuck does that happen?
Just does. It's life, man. It's just something else that you have to like roll with. And that is something. I don't mean to sound like a little hippie or anything, but I mean, just lately, that's just where I'm at. Like Zen, I'm just like,
Right.
okay, you just got to roll with it, because so many times I've been just like, ooh.
We were talking about that
You know.
before the show of what we've been doing for our 2020. And it's not a New Year's resolution. It's where are we going? How are we maturing? How are we changing and becoming better versions of ourselves?
Right.
And, you know, I've been doing a lot of the cram as much stuff as I can in my head to help with the creative process, whether it's, you know, I play guitar for an hour, or I listen to a book, or I go, you know, write bits and pieces of a story that I'm working on, excuse me.
And trying to breathe.
And trying to breathe. Yeah. The one thing you can suck at in life.
Breathing. You got that.
And I got that.
I found out who Omni Squirrel is.
Who is it?
Okay, so here, let me see if you can figure this out.
Okay.
I wonder who it is. As a school bus driver, animals, children.
Oh, that's got to be Brian.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello, Mr.
Hello.
Mr. Omni Squirrel Herman.
Oh my God, I remember that now. Jesus, how could I forget that?
See, I don't. What am I missing?
It's a Mormon thing.
So, you know, just thinking of, you know, seeing Brian and everything, which was really super cool. And
Yeah.
miss you ever since you left. Before you left, actually.
Totally
It
missed
was
the crap out of that guy.
so cool to see you. And I've been, you know, I got a message the other day.
Mhm.
I had messaged Leon first and said, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and congratulations on your engagement.
Right.
And he says, can we get the band back together?
Hell
And I
yeah.
was like, yeah, we need to get the band back together. I said, we will work on that, because he's got so many incredible ideas, and we just really need to focus it and get it done too,
Absolutely.
because man, oh man, does he got just that
Cogworks,
genius.
baby. Cogworks.
Cogworks has to happen.
Cogworks
And it makes me think of it every time, because Brian is just the villain. There's no other person that can be the villain.
I've said it 1,000 times if I've said it 1,000,000 times. He is the best villain that nobody knows.
And he said, "Aw, did I drop too big of a hint?" With a heart and I miss you guys too, and then a broken heart. But it's the
No,
truth.
seriously, though.
It's the truth. You know, it was so like heartwarming to get to see
Yeah,
him after
absolutely.
so long. And we've talked about him several times on the podcast, in person, in front of everybody. You know, it's
Yep.
just like, oh, Miss Brian. Like I used to always tell Adam, you got to meet Brian. You got to meet Brian. And he's like, yeah, I like Brian a lot. He's a really cool guy.
Well, and
So-
I don't. How do I? What's the word I'm looking for? It's one of those. He's a character of himself, because he's just so. He's so deep when it comes to who he is as a person. You know, there's so much depth and density to him. Whether it's doing the voiceover stuff, whether it's, you know, him creating a world to be a DM for Dungeons and Dragons, or creating a world of we're gonna be monster hunters in the wild, wild west.
Right.
You know, or hey, I got this great idea. Let's do some Shadowrun stuff.
Right.
You know, just incredibly creative, and spurring that creativity in you,
Right.
and going, okay, cool. How are we doing this? And you know, it was so much fun because we would stay and talk. He would stay and talk till like the sun came
Yep.
up.
I remember. Like we would do like production stuff, and we'd start working on things, and we'd be in the studio for hours, and I'd be like, okay, I'm tapping out. And then
Right.
I'd leave, and
Right.
I'd message you like later in the day and be like,
Mhm.
hey, how's it going? And you're like, just waking up. I'm like, dude, it's 1:00. Like, what in the hell are you doing? Just now waking up. I'm like, come on.
Yeah, right.
But then you're like, oh, you know, Brian stayed, and we talked until like 7 a.m., 8 a.m., whatever, and I just went to sleep then. And I'm like, oh, okay, that makes more sense now. But, you know, it's just the really cool opportunities that you never expect to have. Like, growing up, I never, ever imagined being here.
No.
You know, Adam and I were talking about, like, I was like, when you were growing up.
He chimes in and says, "Thanks, Tony."
Oh,
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, I asked him. I said, "Growing up, what did you want to be?" And then I got to talking. He asked me, "Well, what did you want?" And it was
Right.
funny because he told me he wanted to be a vet,
Right.
and then he wanted to be a CSI, and then
Murder porn.
and then just wanted to fish for a living. And I'm like, "Oh, okay, that makes sense."
Right.
So I'm like, honestly, I wanted to be a tap dancer first,
Right.
and then it ended up going to I went to cosmetology
Right.
for a little bit, never finished. I was beauty school dropout.
Mhm.
And then I decided I wanted to do massage therapy, to which my mom said, "What if there's someone stinky and hairy that you have to massage?" And when she said that, I was like, nope, don't want to do that no
You
more.
actually have that in your standards and practices
Yeah.
of making that to where
Now
it is
I know this.
mandatory. They have to be hygienical before you give them services rendered.
Yeah, now I know this. Now I know that that's appropriate, that you can say those kind of things.
Yep.
So
Is that the sad trombone?
that was totally a sad trombone. So then I went from that. I went to phlebotomy, and of course, I didn't finish that either. But just
Right.
this is things in my life.
You fucking vampire.
Oh yeah. I was like, what? So,
Google that shit.
but
You'll figure it out.
now I get to this point, and I'm like, man, all the different stuff. I worked at Walmart for 11 years. I did, like in the beginning, it was, I thought that was it.
Mhm.
Like, I thought that that's where I was. And now I look back and I go, God, was I so wrong? Was I so wrong?
Well, I mean, before the show, we were also talking about, how this year is really common, just out of the gate strong. Like the door is being kicked off the hinge.
Yeah.
Talking with my brother Bill, and it's funny because we got on the conversation of, what did you want to be when you grew up,
Yeah.
or what were some of the dreams you have. I'm happy to say that everything I ever wanted to do, I've either done or I'm making goals and setting day-to-day objectives to get to those points that I wanted to do.
And how important is it to have a a set outline of what you need to do today? What is that called? Because obviously I just
A routine.
Routine. There we go. So how important is that? I'm just now learning how. When we grow up, we're in school, we have a routine.
Right.
We know we have to be at school at a certain time. We know what our classes are. We know what we have
Right.
to do next. We know when lunches. We know, and even at work, when you're working, there's a certain time. Like for me at Bronner's, it's kind of, I know what time I have to be there every day, but lunch, whatever, I go when I want to go.
Right.
So when you're working at home, you really have to still make sure that you set those times. Otherwise, you don't get stuff done.
Well, and that's what I think is so funny is I'll get an idea or you'll get an idea, and it's like, okay, we're going this direction. No, absolutely nothing about it, or have at least an interest in it.
Right.
We educate ourselves in it. We just do it, and that's
Well, yeah.
I think it's so funny. I mean, when I grew up, I'm like, I want to play in a rock and roll band. I didn't know the first damn thing about. I didn't even know how to play guitar, and I went, okay, so what do I need to do? And mind you, this is coming from that great deficit of, well, the best that you're going to accomplish in your life is changing careers 7 to 10 times, working a bunch of shit end jobs, and then probably dying a cold, lonely man because you blew your head off. And it's like, wow, that's a really bleak outlook for my future.
Yeah. Incredibly bleak.
But, here I am. It's 2020. And I'm doing everything that I want to do. And in my humble opinion, and in a bunch of other people's opinions, having a certain amount of success at it.
Yeah.
I mean, it was great. Bill's like, look, love Survivor Girl. Don't make this weird. I get it. Clever.
Okay.
This is my brain. Okay. And Mitch's fake radio. I don't get it.
He
It's
will.
weird.
He will get it. He'll warm up to it.
And it's funny because it reminded me of that watching the documentary with Frank Zappa.
Yeah.
Or no, it was Alice Cooper. That's what it was. He was talking about Frank Zappa. Frank Zappa, listened to them do their audition, gets done playing. Frank Zappa sits back and he's like, I don't get it. Like, what do you mean you don't get it? He's like, I don't get it. And that's why I'm signing you guys.
Right.
That's what I love about the stuff that we do and the new shows that we're getting to drop. Which, speaking of that, remind me after the show. I got a couple of things I got to ask you.
Oh, see, now he's not going to ask me on the air, of course.
Well, you know, the upper echelons of Strange Friends Media Group chewed my ass about saying certain things on the air. So it's, you know, when it's behind closed doors businesses. Oh, yes.
No.
Yeah, see.
No talkie.
No talkie.
So
I like my kneecaps where they're at. So.
yeah, I do too. No, actually, I don't. Why are they not in the right place? I forgot about weird fact. Weird fact about me.
Right.
My kneecaps are actually not where they're supposed to be.
Well, that's awkward.
Yeah, I got out of gym because of that shit.
Really?
Probably what helped lead me to get, a little bit more overweight. Not doing the PE.
And now look at you. You want to do a 5K and the whole
I
9 yards.
do. I do.
Who
I
needs
ran.
kneecaps, damn it?
I ran again today, and I was just like, heck yeah.
Nice.
Look at me go. Kneecaps are needed.
I don't know. I mean, it's kind of deformed.
He's over here touching
Mine
his
look
kneecaps.
right. Well, it looks like a weird midget butt. It's kind of saggy on one side.
Are you on drugs? Do you?
Yes. The answer to that is yes. We go to the logo and cut.
Back to the logo. So, with all of this craziness that we've always had going on, which, don't get us wrong, like, we're super thankful for that, like events
All
and
day.
everything else. Which reminds me, tomorrow night, the Solid State Live at the Pix in Lapeer is going to be happening with Untamed Beauty, who are incredible. If you guys have not seen
They
them,
were at the Leading Ladies Music Festival,
they
weren't they?
were.
Nice.
And also, I have it pulled up because I'm responsible. Okay, I did, and then I went and did all the linky stuff.
Well, of course, because you were talking about before. You're like, don't let me forget. I have to have all the information.
Well,
up."
yeah, and I did have it up,
And
but then I posted all the links to everything.
Right.
Damn me.
Because we're professionals, and this is what we do. We waste live air stuff, and then pretend we're professionals and delay the time to go through and actually pull up the information and then read it.
Well, I did have it. Okay. So tomorrow night they have
Nice
Nicole,
transition.
Nicole Middleton and Untamed
Big juicy.
Beauty. Yeah, she was funny. She was very funny. So that's 410 West Nepessing Street, Suite 108 in Lapeer. It is a free show. Starts at 7 p.m.
Get your
ends
asses
at
out there.
8. Solid State Live at the Pix is Solid State Radio presented. And guys, they also re-air us
Yeah.
over there. And they like us?
Yep.
From what I get.
Apparently
gather.
on the FM radio.
Yeah, so that is really cool. We thank those guys, and we are so excited for what they have going on in the year
We
to
don't know
come,
enough dick and fart jokes, and we're not saying fuck enough.
because they're letting us still be on live.
Right.
Right,
I
okay.
understand that.
So we still have to go over and do that. We also have Mitch's show coming up next month.
Yeah.
Mitch Gill's Get a Room Comedy Club will be happening on Valentine's Day,
On
which
the
is
D-Day.
very cool. Tickets are $15 as always. He will be there. The doors will be open at 6.
Yep.
Last
So,
time it was packed.
Holy
New
shit.
Year's Eve it was packed. So you guys want to get in there.
well,
If you want to reserve a table of 8, you have to call and
Yeah.
do that. Tickets are usually available at the door, but they might sell out ahead of time. So you might want to get a hold of Mitch and get your tickets early.
I know last year's show completely sold out for
Yeah.
Valentine's Day.
Oh, did it really?
Yep.
So get with Mitch Gill. You can message him on Facebook. I believe I don't have his email currently. I think I might have a restraining order. I'm not sure. No. But
You have
guys-
a restraining order from Mitch Gill.
I might.
You really fucked up then.
I don't know.
No, if you go on Mitch Gill's Get a Room Comedy Club Facebook
Oh,
page,
yeah.
you can get all of the information on there. He will have all that new stuff posted. And, hey, grab your girl, grab your guy, go out on
They got good
Valentine's
food.
Day. It's incredible.
Good food there. They usually have like a buffet for some kind of like events like that. I'm not sure if they will or not, but their food is really good. It's not high priced. The waitresses bust their butts.
I do recommend not ordering wine at a bowling alley, though.
Okay. Get it in a cup. It's not tasty.
Well, I mean,
Not chilled.
think about this for a minute. You're ordering wine at a bowling alley.
True. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
I was trying to enjoy a Cabernet. And you would think, since they've got 15 bajillion different kinds of fucking alcohols,
You would enjoy it.
you would be able to enjoy a decent wine. Even if it's like a $10 bottle of wine. I'm not fucking picky. No. You gotta fuck that up for me.
Way to go.
I know.
But still
Not
good
okay
place.
with
Still
that.
good time. Get your tickets early. Go to Mitch Gill's Get a Room Comedy Club on Facebook. Send him a message. He will meet you in a dark alley. He will sell you those tickets.
Or at Speedway.
Just grab a pack of them. Have friends go, or if you just want to do the own date thing, get tickets for the two.
Roxanne
I've seen
just
that.
chimed in and said, "You are professionals." Laugh out loud.
Thank you.
And she also said, "Come on, Tony, wine in a bowling alley, buddy? No way."
See, she knows what's up. She knows what's up.
What's up, Roxanne? Much love, girl.
Love ya. Good to see you. Good to see you tuning in.
Yeah.
It's just
Tonight's
We've had
chat is
Roxanne-
going crazy.
we've
I'm
had
loving this.
Roxanne before on the show,
Yeah.
and her and Cindy, highly offensive hoodies, you guys.
They've got to come back on the show.
I love them.
They were so much
I
fun.
love them. Or just by themselves. I don't care either one. Just love them, ladies. They're
Yeah.
so fun. Just,
Amazing.
I still have my my hoodie that says Queen of Fucking Everything.
I got to get my
You
new
know?
one. The only thing that I have, which
Your son stole it.
yeah, my son stole it, but I still have the I Enjoy Vagina shirt that Roxanne gave me.
Oh yeah, loaned
Loaned you, and she's like, "Well, if it doesn't come back," and I'm just like, "I love you, Roxanne, because I really do enjoy vagina." But it's in the Coke emblem, which is great. And that was at the Swashbucklers Bash.
That was so fun.
God, it was great.
You know what I am looking for? They're gonna have it again. It's gonna be named something different.
Hell yeah.
So I'm gonna go through. Well, I have my time off right now. I don't have time off really. I am working. I really am working. But I'm gonna be looking into like the different events and stuff that are going on. And I got a message the other day, and I'm super excited because come April,
Yes.
over in Bad Axe, a
Okay.
new store is opening up, and they have vendor spaces open.
Nice.
And Stone Cottage Farm
what?
messaged me and asked me to be a part of their booth.
That is
So in
awesome.
April there will be soap and then all of the different stuff that I do and make, which I'm also adventuring into some new things, and I'm praying that they work. I'm trying to work on this new thing of don't talk about it, just
Do
do
it.
the walk
Do
it,
it.
don't talk it,
That's right.
because I'm afraid that if I say it, then it's not gonna work out. So I will let you guys know more about that, not to make you on the edge of your seat of the things that I create.
Well, that's what you do. all
But
the time.
I'm super excited about that in April. The
Oh,
stuff that I already
shit.
have.
Complete-
grab it.
No, nope, got it. Go ahead.
Some of the stuff that I already have that I'm going to be putting in the booth is the Tree of Life, the standing Tree of Life that I have, the
Yeah.
dragonflies, the spiders. They're all wired wrapped, like fancy crystally, whatever, different jewelry, earrings, whatnot. And I'm just got some new stuff I'm going to work on, and I'm hoping that it'll be able to get to the store in April in time. Also, I guess Caro is getting a new farmer's market as well. So I'm
exciting.
hoping to have that stuff up and running, along with trying to get some goodies made for by Valentine's Day or before Valentine's Day that will be for purchase if you guys are interested. So different stuff, just trying to work forward. I love making stuff. I love doing things, making things, and it's part of my passion. I don't really care about making a ton of money off of any of this stuff. Just having fun with it. I think that's the most important thing, is to be able to love what you're doing. So
anyways, I was out and about, and I go to like the.
nice transition.
Did you like that? No, it was great because I ran into one of the home healthcare nurses,
Okay.
and she actually runs a Facebook page called Angel Hair, spelled like the rabbit, felting. Now, she would get along great out at the Ren Fair
Okay.
because there is some really cool. Now, if my phone will actually work, because apparently my phone's having autism now. But yeah, so this is some of the cool shit that she makes, and it's all handmade stuff.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys can see that,
Oh wow, that's pretty cool.
but it's like a fairy house that she
Yeah.
built,
That's awesome.
and like this is all handmade stuff
That's pretty cool.
that she
It's
has
like
in
all
her
little
house.
tiny things.
Yeah, like it's literally made from chunks of wood that she has in her house. Different kinds of
Oh wow.
yeah.
It's a little
And-
bit shiny on the screen, but it looks really cool for the other people that can't see what it is. It does
But
look pretty cool.
this is really cool, and I want to get her on the show because she literally does. You're gonna love this because it's very similar
Oh wow.
to what
Huh.
Hope does, but she
Yeah.
uses wool
Okay.
and
Wow.
like knits it. It's
Really?
weird. She was explaining the process, and I'm like, I don't understand it, but it's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. They're like just tiny. Like there's the ruler. You can see like actually how tall they are.
Yeah,
Those are cool. That's really
but
cool.
yeah, she does like all of these things, and like here's a, Cheech and Chong Santa.
Yeah. Cheech. No, it's legal. We should put a little blunty in there.
Right. But yeah, I mean, like she does all of this
Wow.
stuff,
Check those out. Those are cool.
and it is so freaking cool. So yeah, if you guys get a chance to check that out, it's Angel Hair Felting on Facebook. Here, I'll show you the page. Just like that. So Angel Hair HARE Felting.
That's cool. Very
Yeah.
cool. You know, when we always talk about different little small businesses, different things that people have going on.
Absolutely.
We like to be able to plug, which is funny in the chat. Roxanne said, "Shameless plug, thank you." And then she said, "When hit me up." I don't know if that was for you getting a sweatshirt or what, or if we got other events going on. We will definitely
I'm
let you
sure
know.
we
We love
do.
bringing you along with us. My dad says, "How about wine in a sippy box with a little straw?" And then Omni Squirrel said, "Ooh."
Well, I know, right? See, you had him
So-
at the. Speaking of that, he still has the hugs. He forgot two of
Oh, did
them.
You forgot my hugs. Brian, how dare you?
Little hugs.
Little hugs.
Give
But,
it
you know,
to 'em.
so we like to be able to bring people on to promote what they've got going on.
Yeah.
And speaking of that, kind of putting a different spin on that, I'm
Mhm.
going to be actually going out and doing Survivor Girl Spotlight, which I'm really, really excited about. Going to be going to different businesses, doing like a half an hour or maybe even less interviews and finding out what the different their story is in person, and going like live on Facebook and other different things. So I'm pretty excited about doing that. And are you leaving me? Okay. So that's something new that we're going to be doing. I'm actually going to be going out with Dawn and hanging out and doing that stuff. And yeah, so hopefully I would like to actually come in and stop and see you, Roxanne, and Cindy. So you actually are on my list. Hopefully you'll get a hold of me. And let me see. She said, "Oh, I thought you brought those to share, and I didn't want to be greedy." Okay. I'm not sure what that part was. I'm not sure. Oh, that wasn't Roxanne. That was Brian. Nope, those were actually for you. Those were for you,
For me.
Brian. The hugs
Oh.
were for Brian. He said, "I didn't want to be greedy."
Oh.
I got you. No, that was.
Yeah,
that
but
was,
see, that was all for you, man. I
was for
can't
you,
dip in
man.
on your hugs.
Sorry, I got confused with what was all happening. I was trying to keep it going,
Nice
trying to be
fork.
slick, but I did not. I was not.
No,
slick.
my daughter, like we were talking earlier,
Yeah.
is leaving again because she's got a
Aw.
bunch of stuff that she's got to go through and do. I'm so proud of that kid.
Yeah.
It's crazy because I missed him all Christmas break, and then get home. It's like, oh, Dad, it's so good to be home. Gone, like both of them. I'm like, what the shit, man? I can't even have 5 seconds with my children. They're like, nope. See you later. The adopted Asian's like, hi, Faja.
Hi, Faja. I want you to be my Faja.
Faja, can you hear me?
Oh my god. Crazy. So,
No, it was. I had to give her a hug, and
Yeah.
told her to call me or text me when she gets to where she's going. So.
that's good. It's always good to have that open communication with your kids.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. I have the coolest kids on the face of the planet. They're little assholes, little screaming baby son of a bitches sometimes. But
Crotch
I love them to
goblins.
pieces.
Crotch goblins.
They're straight up with me. They're like, Dad, you're uncool. We love you. Just don't show your face in public.
You're uncool. Ouch. See, like I thought about this. I was like, I want to be a parent.
Right.
I'm not, teenage years, maybe not. See, like I could skip the diaper part, go right into.
Well, you don't want to be up to your elbows, and God only knows what sort of
No.
human
No.
fluids. And
Okay, so it's not a unknown fact that I am good with kids. That's not news. I'm pretty good with
That's
kids.
because you're the same height.
No, Really? Oh, we got a funny man over here. Whatever, you're not much taller.
Fight me, Karen.
So, not Karen. I am a Chelsea.
Oh God,
Fuck you.
Kellyanne.
So, but I mean, we got there to the man cave, and the little one, the little guy, little guy.
Oh yeah.
Like, just instantly, I was like, okay, what can I do? What do you need? How are you? You know, just like, I don't know. And then, like, later on, they're like, oh, he needs a pull-up put on. And I'm like, okay, pull-up's not bad. I'm like, I don't diaper.
Right.
You're asking somebody that doesn't have kids to diaper? Like, no. So then I'm just like,
Heather's walking in there with a hazmat suit.
so I look in the bag and I'm like, this isn't a pull-up. This is like a legit diaper. Like, no. Like, what? No. First off, I'm like, okay, guys, you guys need to leave because he needs his privacy. He's what? Like a year and a half?
Sounds like
But,
2 or 3, I think.
This is how not, I'm just like, everybody leave. This kid needs his privacy. And then I'm just like, Adam walks in. I said, I don't diaper. I'm glad your son's like 10. Like, I don't diaper. Like 8. I don't diaper. So he goes and gets Candy, and she comes in, and she's like, okay, put your butt down. Okay, help me. And then she's like, okay, you're done. What?
Yeah.
But you've had practice. So, like, I really didn't. Like, I guess I have godchildren and stuff, but, like, I didn't really change them.
Yeah.
I was always afraid that I was going to bonk their heads.
Yeah.
Or, like, anytime I put a damn diaper on, it never was right. Like,
You tried to
can't
put it
stop.
on upside down so they're walking around with a diaper on their
like,
head.
I'm not that stupid. Come on. No.
Who's your diaper daddy?
No, but I could never get it to, like, stick right. Like, I couldn't get it to stick right, or I'd, like, rip the tab because I'd get it too tight. And I'm just like, why? Like, just be potty trained already. I don't care that you're only 3 weeks.
Yeah, well, it's,
Go.
It's not how it
I know.
works.
I know that's not how any of
I
that
had to
works.
teach both of my exes how to be maternal, and that really sucked. Because regardless of what I taught them, they still didn't get it.
I'm maternal, like I am. It's just the diaper part. I'm just like, I mean, obviously, I'm not gonna let the kid sit in their own. That's not cool. Like, I would never do that. I'd figure it out.
I was the coolest dad ever because when my kids like literally shit from their ankles to the back of their head, I'm like, we get to go in the bath. And my kids fucking love that shit.
Really?
They're like, wee! I shit my diaper, get to play in the tub.
Ooh, I shit right all up my bath.
So
Time
that's
for me
why
to get
I'm
a
like
bubbly.
sitting in there with the freaking the removable shower head and going,
I'm so glad that you switched cameras so you could all see that. So
like, I'm not even joking. I was not touching them. I literally left the diaper on.
I just got the playback. That was so good.
No, seriously, I was not touching them. I'm like, all right, in the bathtub, turned it on, got a bunch of soap, and just like.
I mean, legitly, my kid would be so clean because that's what would be happening. I'd be like, all right.
That's what I did. That's how I got around that shit because, by the time you're done, yeah, the diaper's all nasty and yada yada, it's stuck in the drain.
Right.
I don't give a shit. Just grab you a big ass freaking trash bag, scoop that bitch up, toss it in the garbage. You're golden.
There's still parts of me that are like, "Oop."
Yeah, but see, removable shower heads are the best fucking inventions
Oh,
ever.
for sure. And like now I'm so spoiled because the sink has to have it too.
That's what I'm talking
You
about.
don't have it on, because you can just literally, man, you get so much more done.
I know.
Then if the cat's being a dick, and then all I have to do is just mop my floor after that, which it needed it. So
Right. Dual purpose, baby.
exactly. So Candy said, "I got you, girl," and my dad said, "Nice folk art," and Brian said, "I am sorry. It's okay. I'm not mad.
What?
Like, we're not gonna not be friends now because you left 2 of my hugs behind."
Wow, Heather, way to kink shame Brian for not taking your hugs.
I don't kink shame.
You made the
nobody.
Mormon cry, you asshole.
I'm not.
You totally did.
My nose was itchy. I was like, "Switch camera."
You're
Dance
giving him the
monkey.
mom look. Turn the camera on the fat bald guy.
Which was funny because I walked in tonight and I was just like petting his head.
Yeah, you rub the
I
baldness for
don't
good
know.
luck.
I'm not sure why I did that. I was just like,
I mean, it is what it is. So I don't know if our viewers can see, but we did some cool shit tonight with the crawlers. And we also added Mitch's Fake Radio and
Yes.
This Is My Brain. So we've got the next show for us, which is on the top of the screen. And I'm pointing at it like everybody can see it, but they can't.
Yeah.
Because, well, just look at your screen. On
Just look at your screen right now, guys.
Right. But you've got, next show for us, Survivor Girl, Mitch's Fake Radio, and This Is My Brain, all on one screen. Plus, you have our lovely faces.
What more could you want? What more
But
could
wait,
you ask
really,
for?
Nate? What the hell?
Way to go, man.
Dick move
He's like,
banner.
He's like, no, I don't want any of that.
So yeah, I don't know if it's loud. Leave a leave a comment and let us know what you guys think of these crawlers. If there's something that you guys want us to do differently that you want to see, we'll check it out. And if we like your idea, we'll definitely use it and give you a shout out for it. So,
Heck yeah.
but yeah, give us a comment. Tell you what you think of the format and everything that we're doing, because we're really changing things up and doing some cool stuff. And what works, we're going to keep. What it doesn't, we'll change it out.
Chuck it in the bucket.
Bucket.
You know what's so strange to me?
What's that?
Because I've been trying to work on, being zen and, more one with everything. and
Namaste, motherfucker.
Namaste away, motherfucker. So to me, like I really have. Like there's a post that I did for Survivor Girl and it hasn't come out yet. It's actually set to drop later, but
Nice.
it's a graphic and it says if it doesn't involve me, it doesn't involve me.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, honestly, because of being somebody who worries so much and takes on too much and feels so many things.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, really. And I've just been trying to just stay away from
Yep.
and just keep on trying to truck forward and do what I got to do. So, I mean, it's just, it's a different kind of thing for me because I have lived so long in the sky is falling chicken little lifestyle. I mean, every little thing used to just upset, make me cry, make me get, frustrated, which I've also embraced that whole part about crying and having my feelings and all that stuff too. It's just, you know what? It's fine.
Yeah.
It's me. But I feel so much better just letting shit go and not letting things get my goats.
Well, and
You know?
being real with that and accepting, okay, this is who I am today. I can always become a better version of who I am if I set goals and push myself forward.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes it takes, obviously like you and I, being able to confiding each other and growing and going, I'm fucking up. Where am I fucking up?
Right.
Help me figure this out and move past this.
Help me draw a map.
Right.
Where
You
am
are here, big red dot.
You should be right here, but you're fucking up.
Right.
But it's such a different thing to take on, and it's funny to me because I sit here and I go, okay, on Don't Make This Weird.
Yep.
On this show,
Yep.
I drop the bombs. I say different, swear words and whatever. And yes, on Survivor Girl, yeah, I am different because it's a different content,
Well,
but
yeah.
it still is me. Like that's the
Of
thing.
course.
So, I've got this show where I'm just a little bit more lax and I say a little bit more, different things and whatnot. And I'm both people. I'm not fighting it who I am.
Well, and that's the thing is a lot of the stuff that we talked about on This Is My Brain. It's a format because, there's no mystery. Jeremy's a pastor.
Right.
Right. But it's great having, I guess, the unfiltered version
Yeah.
of him because, we have adult beverages on that show.
Right.
We talk about dick and fart jokes. We talk about conspiracy theories. We talk about what is the truth, what are the facts
Yeah.
in whatever topic of discussion we're having. And a lot of people, just because whatever societal thing it is that you're doing, like if you're in church, out of respect for that place of worship, you're not going to go through and talk about racist jokes and drop F-bombs left, right, and
Oh,
center.
for sure. Right.
Or if
Shouldn't.
you're at a daycare and there's little screaming baby son of a bitches
You're not going to be
everywhere.
like, hey, little baby son of bitches, stop
Right.
it.
Exactly.
Like, I mean, there's a time and there's a place for things. And like for me on this show, it's me to let loose. It's me to be, okay, so I'm not perfect and I've never claimed to be and I never will claim to be.
Of course.
And so to being able to have all of those sides of me
Yep.
and being able to be real about it and
Absolutely.
raw and open about things, like wearing your heart on your sleeve, being a good person, and doing different things to try to help other people out. It
Right.
doesn't mean that I don't drop the F-bomb. It doesn't mean that I still don't have days that are hard, because I do still have days that are hard. They're not all great.
Right.
But honestly, switching it up and doing the whole, today is a great day first thing in the morning, and then, the routine that I have has
Yeah.
definitely changed that a lot for me. And, it's not the same for everybody.
Right.
It's different for everybody. And that's okay. And it is okay to be who you are. But like you said, if you're in a different place, obviously
Right.
use respect.
Well, and that's the thing, is a lot of the times that, you and I, we've ran through many different circles
Yeah.
and talked to many different people. We whether we go out to do a show at a bar,
Mm-hmm.
or we're down at the man cave, or, we're doing a gig at the Relay for Life.
Right. It really does depend on where you're at.
Right, exactly. You're not going to sit there and be like, hey, fuckers, drink up at the Relay for Life while you're
No.
taking a rip off a freaking 6-foot bong.
Right. Well, I'm not gonna. That's no. I'm not dissing on anybody else. That is. That's your choice.
But that's
whatever,
my
but-
point, though. It's showing the certain etiquettes and respects wherever it is that you are socially.
Right. Exactly.
And on our format and the multiple different shows that we do, yeah, there's many different facets that we get.
Mhm.
With me, I don't think I can do a straight laced show, because all the ones that I'm part of, it's, I don't go out of my way to say, fuck this, fuck that, whatever.
Right.
But it's part of the vernacular, whether it's for Don't Make This Weird, or whether it's, This Is My Brain, or, being the executive producer on Mitch's show or Survivor Girl.
Right.
There's, I wear multiple different hats, and anybody that knows me goes, oh, hey, so that's Tony. He should probably come with a warning label.
I've heard that about you. I don't. That's just the thing, is just because we do these shows and I'm on a different show, and
Right.
I try very hard every day to try to be better every day. I try to be a better version of myself each and every day.
Absolutely.
It doesn't mean that I don't have colorful language. It doesn't mean
What the fuck? Really?
but seriously, no, I'm being
Yeah,
being
I hear you.
serious right now. Like, it's, you are who you are, and that's okay. And it's okay to drop the F-bomb and still be, either religious or whatever it is that your religion, your belief, whatever it is.
Right.
And I'm still trying to help other people and still be a good person. And that's part of growth. And
Absolutely.
it's okay to be transparent like that, I think. But for a little while there, it bothered me.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. Like, for a little while there, I was like I wouldn't even be like, oh, yeah, I'm on Don't Make This Weird too. Like, I'm on Survivor Girl, and then I'm like, I'm not on Don't Make This Weird. Because for a minute there, I was like, what kind of message am I giving people if I am trying to be out there helping others, but yeah, I'm on Don't Make This Weird, and you guys are dropping dick and fart jokes, and I'm, we're talking who knows what, and it's being misconstrued into something totally disgusting or dirty, and I'm going, like, what do I do here? So it was kind of like a tug of war between, myself, but then when I really stopped, I went, okay, this is me.
Right. Right.
And, someone might bring it to my attention and be like, well, you say this on Don't Make... Well, yeah, I do.
Right.
I never claimed that I'm not that person. I'm all of that.
Well, and I think that's the reality of it. If people are honest with themselves,
Yeah.
you are a whole person in entirety, made up of multiple different pieces of who you are.
Oh, for sure.
Whether it's Don't Make This Weird, Survivor Girl, Mitch's Fake Radio, This Is My Brain,
Singing, whatever.
singing, going to the freaking Walmart at 3:00 in the morning and getting a steak and a toilet brush, whatever the case may
I'm
be.
human.
Right.
I'm human.
You broke your toilet bowl brush and you were hungry for a steak.
Newsflash.
Right.
I'm human.
I'm not wearing fucking pajamas, but whatever.
I mean, I almost thought about it because how cold it is. Like, I almost thought about having sweatpants adventures because it's so cold out. But I was like, no. Even though they can't see that I'm wearing jeans right now, no.
Yeah, well, I
You know, but
it is what it is.
It really is. Like you really have to be able to embrace yourself and be
Yeah.
who you are, no matter what it is.
Mhm.
And I'm not saying like we're not out there. Like a lot of people don't really. I mean, we still get people that are like, "Oh, hey, you're on that show."
Yeah.
Oh, hey. But we're not to that point where we're like anywhere we go, they're like, "Oh, it's them, it's that." You know what I mean? So. But if it ever did come to that point, I'd still be like, you know what? I'm a real person.
Absolutely.
They're gonna put whatever they want about you. People are gonna say whatever they want. They're
Right.
gonna, it is whatever, and you just kind of gotta embrace that now. I feel.
Well, and to me, it's one
You
of those things is the people that know you are the people that matter.
Yeah.
And if someone wants to help you commit career suicide, believe me, I've done it on this show 15,000 times.
I mean, you came on to Survivor Girl and you told your story.
Yeah, that was like, yep, it's over. I will never
you did.
have a career in social media ever again.
Yeah, you did
Let alone
that.
in podcasting.
And honestly, there was more people that were just like, "Wow, man, you shared your story like that." That's
Oh yeah.
cool," you know?
Well, after the show, I mean, this couple of months down the road, I ran into somebody and they were like, "Dude, I caught your show. I never knew because you are this person." So
Right.
it blew me away, and I went, "Wow, really? You didn't know?" I told everybody, but no, it's incredible to be able to do what we do, and to meet people and go, "Hey, I caught. Don't make this weird. I really needed to fucking laugh tonight. You guys facilitated that."
Oh, for sure. That it's incredible. It's a cool feeling.
Absolutely.
And I get that with Survivor Girl too. And it's just like, okay,
Yeah.
like and so I stop and I think, and I'm like, okay, I'm on the right path. Like this is
Right.
where I need to be right now, regardless of dick and fart jokes and don't make this weird. And
Right.
somebody feeling like, oh man, I'm not alone. Like this is what it is. And it's so cool to be able to. I don't want to say like be transparent, but kind of in a way because it's like, okay, this is me.
Well, and talking
know?
with Brother Bill, he said, "Look, people want that reality. It's not reality TV. It's not scripted. It's not this bullshit
Right.
that they portray on television. They want real, legitimate people having conversations and connecting with people, and that's kind of been our credo from day one: is real people having real conversations with real people.
Yeah.
That's what we have done from day one." We'll go on here. We have no idea what the hell we're creating, but we're sitting here having a conversation with you guys.
Just gonna talk.
And it shows because the chat has been blowing up since, what, 3 years ago?
Yeah.
It's incredible.
It's been 3 years already since Don't Make This Weird's first show aired, and it's been such a cool ride. I mean,
Absolutely.
I look back at the different things like the 100th episode. There's been so many fun things, so many cool
Mhm.
guests we've had, and we're looking, we're amping up for more. We just wanted to get through the first of the year,
Yep.
move on to the next couple shows. Like I said, Chris will be coming back. It's just he's got a huge project that he's working on right now.
That's insane.
And it's just like, okay, he messages and he's like, okay, I'm not going to make it, but I promise I'm going to be there. I'm not done. Which is
Come
cool.
back to us, Chris.
It's cool though because
We miss you.
we can stand on our own and I can't have a conversation when we can talk. But when Chris is here,
Did
he
you
brings
catch that twitch?
It was there. It was there. But then Chris will come along, and then it brings on a totally different dynamic. So you never know what you're gonna actually get when you listen. So I mean, you guys, you have been patient with us about getting people back on the show, different guests, different things.
Yeah.
If you have an idea or you have somebody that you want to join us on Don't Make This Weird, or even Survivor Girl, Mitch doesn't have guests on his, but if you are interested in, somebody that you think would be good on the show, be interesting to talk with,
Shoot us a message.
yeah, send us a message. I mean, we'd really appreciate that. If you have a band that you absolutely love that's local, or, we love supporting a business that's local, something that would be really interesting. I mean, we've had paranormal on here. We've had all kinds of different people on this show.
We got to get Hannah back on.
Oh, she was
Love
so
her.
much fun. And, for the new year, how everybody talks about, weight loss and this and that. I'm game. I would love to have her back on.
Me too.
So just shoot us a box or inbox. I'm getting tired, guys.
Shoot us a message on the Don't Make This Weird Facebook page.
Thank you.
That way
Thank
we
you.
can communicate with you.
Couple things in chat before we head on out of here.
What?
Candy said, Lord knows I need help in the Zen department. Hey, girl, I got you.
Woosah.
Roxanne says, wow, congratulations. I mean, it's just,
Thanks, Roxanne.
it's been so fun.
Yeah.
You know, and you really stop and you look at the whole experience, and it's really that's what it's been about.
Yep.
It's just having the experience and having the ride, and you know, we're here now.
Mhm.
We're over 100 episodes. What episode are we on right now? I lost track.
We are episode 123.
123 already. It's so fun.
This is a blast, really.
It's a blast. And we love that you guys keep on joining in and you chime in chat and you hang
Yeah.
out with us every Thursday at 8. And we are looking forward to seeing you guys back here next Thursday at 8 as well.
We love you.
So,
crazy
guys,
fuckers.
Happy New Year still. I know we're still just getting
Yeah.
acquainted with 2020, and I hope
Exactly.
that everything is rocking out for you guys. And we are looking forward to seeing what this year brings for everybody.
There is all our shows posted for
Yeah.
Strange Friends Media. Next show is our next show is January 16th. Catch Survivor Girl this Sunday.
Yeah.
First Survivor Girl episode of the year.
Yes,
January 12th. It
Mhm.
will be live in studio.
it will be.
This is My Brain. It's going live January 11th. And then we got Mitch's Fake Radio.
Just fake radio. Which all of these are archived.
Yeah, all
But
of these are
Mitch's Fake
archived.
Radio is.
January 27th.
Yeah, you guys.
It'll be episode 20.
so crazy. He does one a month.
Yep.
One a month. Mitch is monthly.
Mitch is ragging it. And all of this is restreamed on solidstateradio.net.
It is. It is.
Go
So
check it out. Show Adam and Sean some love over
check
there.
out their stuff that they got.
Those
going
guys are
on.
great.
Armchair Athletes, and then they also have Adam does a show where he plays local music.
Yeah.
Local bands, supports the bands. I mean, it's just so cool. Bands from Michigan.
Yep.
Lots of fun. Very cool. We have more episodes and are more podcasts that are joining in on Strange Friends Media
Yep.
group.
Yep.
Super excited. We're looking forward to that. So, guys, please, if you have not liked the Strange Friends Media SFM page on Facebook, please do
Yeah.
like, subscribe, and share. And we'll see you again next Thursday at 8 p.m., guys. Take care.